At the Galactic Academy on the vibrant planet of Thalaxia, excitement filled the air as students from across the galaxy buzzed with anticipation. Today's seminar, The Human Dilemma, promised to be unlike any other, shrouded in mystery and intrigue. As they filed into the massive auditorium, students settled into their seats, their eyes glued to the shimmering stage where Professor Lyra stood, a silhouette against a backdrop of swirling cosmic images. Professor Lyra was known for her engaging storytelling and a knack for captivating her audience. Today, however, there was an electric tension as she prepared to reveal the reasons behind the ban on humans from galactic military conflicts. With a dramatic flourish, she activated the holographic display, and the room transformed into a kaleidoscope of colors and sounds. The images depicted Earth, its blue oceans, sprawling cities, and lush forests. But the serenity was quickly overshadowed by historical footage of war and chaos. Humans, while technologically advanced, are a paradox. Lyra began, her voice resonating with authority. Their ingenuity has brought them to the brink of greatness, yet their history is marred by violence and destruction. As she spoke, the display shifted, revealing grainy clips of pivotal battles, each one a testament to humanity's penchant for conflict. The students watched, mesmerized and horrified, as Lyra narrated the rise and fall of human civilizations. The air crackled with disbelief as they learned of world wars, civil strife, and the cataclysmic use of nuclear weapons. As the professor continued, she highlighted key events that led to the Galactic Council's decision to bar humans from military engagements. The students leaned forward, captivated. But amid the grim narratives, Lyra interjected stories of human resilience and creativity. They are not only destroyers but also creators, she emphasized. Humans have a capacity for art, love, and innovation that rivals any species in the galaxy. A murmuring began among the students. Some questioned the fairness of the ban. Surely there must be some humans who are different, one student ventured. Lyra nodded, encouraging the discussion. That is precisely what we will explore today. But first, we must understand the fear that leads to such decisions. Just then, a commotion erupted at the back of the auditorium. A group of students burst in, breathless and wide-eyed. They claimed to have intercepted a transmission from a rogue faction of humans planning a demonstration against the Galactic Council's policies. The revelation sent a shockwave through the room. Lyra's expression shifted from intrigue to concern, and she quickly gathered her composure. "Let us not jump to conclusions," she cautioned, raising a hand. "But we must remain vigilant. We cannot overlook the fact that the decisions made in fear can lead to sweeping judgments." The students exchanged nervous glances, the atmosphere thick with tension. Was it true? Could humans be plotting against the very council that had deemed them unworthy of participation in galactic matters? With a flick of her wrist, Lyra turned the display to a live feed from Earth, showcasing the protest. It was a vibrant scene, filled with passionate humans holding placards, demanding peace and a chance to prove themselves. The students watched intently, their perceptions of humanity beginning to shift. "Perhaps we should reconsider," whispered one student, eyes wide with realization. The debate within the auditorium transformed from one of fear to curiosity, and as the seminar progressed, the students' minds began to open to the complexities of a species that had long been relegated to the shadows of galactic history. Little did they know, this would be just the beginning of their journey into the depths of humanity's heart and the real reasons behind the ban on their kind. The atmosphere in the Galactic Academy's auditorium remained charged as Professor Lyra seamlessly transitioned to the next phase of her lesson, titled Unveiling Human History. With a flick of her wrist, the holographic display transformed, showcasing a timeline that stretched across the cosmos, punctuated by key events in human history. The students, still buzzing from the revelation of the protest, leaned forward eagerly, their curiosity piqued. The first segment of the timeline illuminated images of ancient Earth, vibrant landscapes filled with diverse cultures and civilizations. Humanity's story begins over 5,000 years ago, with the rise of agriculture and the first settlements. Lyra explained, her voice weaving a rich tapestry of history. From Mesopotamia to the Indus Valley, they built empires that would lay the groundwork for their modern world. The students watched in awe as scenes of bustling marketplaces and grand temples came to life. But as the timeline progressed, the tone shifted. The images morphed into darker chapters of human history. Wars fought over territory, ideology, and resources. Lyra detailed the numerous conflicts that erupted across the globe, from the Roman conquests to the Crusades. The students shifted uncomfortably in their seats as they witnessed the brutality and chaos that accompany humanity's expansion. Humans are driven by ambition, Lyra remarked, allowing a moment of silence to hang in the air. However, this ambition has often led them down a path of destruction. Their greatest inventions have been used as weapons of war. A video clip displayed a shocking montage of weaponry development, culminating in the ominous mushroom cloud of a nuclear explosion. Gasps echoed through the auditorium as students processed the magnitude of human conflict. Amidst the turmoil, however, Lyra introduced a series of critical peace treaties and movements that emerged throughout history. In the wake of destruction, there have always been voices calling for peace, she stated, transitioning to images of iconic figures like Martin Luther King Jr., Mahatma Gandhi, and Nelson Mandela. The room was enveloped in a contemplative silence as the students absorbed the profound impact of these individuals on the course of human history. Lyra's narrative evolved into a discussion of the United Nations, established after the devastation of World War II. This organization was a response to humanity's darkest hour, an attempt to forge a path toward diplomacy and cooperation, she explained. The display showcased the formation of the UN, highlighting its milestones and efforts in conflict resolution. Students took notes fervently, their earlier perceptions of humanity beginning to fracture and reform. Yet, Lyra did not shy away from the complexities. Despite these efforts, the specter of war looms large, she acknowledged. The balance between peace and conflict is precarious. With this, she challenged her students to consider whether the Galactic Council's decision to ban humans was truly justified. As the discussion grew more animated, students debated the implications of their findings. Some argued passionately for the necessity of the ban, citing the potential for destruction. Others countered that banning humans from galactic affairs could deny them the opportunity for growth and redemption. The classroom buzzed with energy, each student grappling with the nuances of a species often portrayed solely as a threat. As the class neared its conclusion, Lyra posed a critical question. What defines a species? Their history of violence or their potential for change? The students fell silent, each lost in thought, contemplating the depth of Lyra's inquiry. With newfound perspectives swirling in their minds, they realized they were not merely studying humans, they were embarking on a quest to understand what it meant to be a sentient being capable of both light and darkness. The bell rang, signaling the end of the class, but the discussions lingered in the air like a lingering melody. With hearts and minds alight with the complexities of human history, the students left the auditorium, eager to continue their exploration of a species both familiar and foreign. Little did they know, their journey was only just beginning, leading them into the heart of humanity itself. The atmosphere in the Galactic Academy buzzed with excitement and anticipation as the students prepared for their highly anticipated field trip to Earth. After their enlightening discussions on human history, the students were eager to experience the planet firsthand. Professor Lyra had organized the trip with utmost care, utilizing cloaking technology to ensure their presence would remain undetected by the human populace. As they boarded the sleek interstellar shuttle, the students felt a mix of apprehension and exhilaration. Once the shuttle entered Earth's atmosphere, The vibrant blues and greens of the planet below captivated their senses. The lush landscapes unfolded like a living painting, contrasting sharply with the stark narratives they had previously studied. Professor Lyra pointed out key geographical landmarks as they descended, igniting the students' imaginations. They marveled at the beauty of the forests, mountains, and sprawling cities, each location buzzing with life. As they landed in a secluded area on the outskirts of a bustling metropolis, the students disembarked, their senses overwhelmed by the sights and sounds of Earth. The city loomed ahead, a tapestry of humanity woven together in vibrant colors and chaotic energy. The air was rich with the scents of food vendors and the distant sounds of laughter and conversation. Professor Lyra reminded them to remain hidden, their cloaked suits blending seamlessly into the surroundings. With excitement bubbling, the students ventured into the city, their eyes wide with wonder. They walked among the humans, observing their daily routines, commuters rushing to work, children playing in parks, and artists painting vivid murals on crumbling walls. The students felt a thrill of connection to the vibrant beings around them. Each human they encountered seemed to pulse with life, and the students began to grasp the intricate tapestry of human existence. Suddenly, a commotion caught their attention. A group of humans gathered in a nearby square, their faces filled with passion as they shouted slogans advocating for peace and unity. The students exchanged glances, intrigued by the fervor of the demonstration. As they approached, cloaked in their technology, they felt the energy of the crowd wash over them, igniting their curiosity. In the midst of the protest, a young girl holding a sign that read, "Peace, not war," caught their eye. She stood resolutely, her small frame embodying the determination of a much larger movement. The students watched as she passionately recited a speech about love and understanding, her voice rising above the crowd. For the first time, they saw the hopeful side of humanity, their desire for connection and a better future. However, the atmosphere shifted when a group of counter-protesters arrived, brandishing aggressive signs and shouting inflammatory messages. The tension escalated rapidly as the two groups clashed, chaos erupting in the square. The students felt a surge of fear and instinctively stepped forward to intervene, their cloaked suits making them invisible to the fray. In an act of bravery, they formed a barrier between the two groups, trying to de-escalate the situation. In that moment, the students realized the complexity of humanity. They were not just witnesses to a peaceful protest, but participants in a struggle for understanding and coexistence. As they worked to calm the chaos, they engaged with the humans, sharing their own message of unity. The tension began to dissolve, and amidst the turmoil, a sense of camaraderie emerged. As the protesters gradually calmed, the students found themselves surrounded by curious humans who were drawn to their unusual appearance and passionate demeanor. In this unexpected exchange, they communicated the ideals of peace and cooperation, leaving an impression on the humans that transcended their differences. The students returned to their shuttle, hearts racing with exhilaration, transformed by the experience. They had glimpsed the depth of humanity, their conflicts, their passions, and their unwavering hope for a better future. Little did they know, this trip would ignite a fire within them, compelling them to advocate for a deeper understanding of humans and their potential to evolve. As they ascended into the sky, the city below fading from view, they felt a profound connection to a species they had once viewed with skepticism, now seeing the complexities that lay beneath the surface. As the shuttle soared away from Earth, the students were abuzz with energy, their minds racing from the events they had just witnessed. The clash at the protest had ignited a spark of curiosity, leaving them eager to dig deeper into the fabric of humanity. Professor Lyra sensed their heightened enthusiasm and proposed a follow-up to their field trip, a visit to an archive of human history stored within the Academy's vast database, where they could uncover the hidden truths about Earth's inhabitants. Back at the Galactic Academy, the students gathered in a high-tech research facility, filled with holographic displays and interactive terminals. Lyra activated the main console, and the students watched as it illuminated, showcasing a treasure trove of human artifacts and documents. Today, we will explore the lesser-known stories of humanity, those that illustrate their potential for growth and understanding, she announced. The first artifact displayed was an ancient scroll detailing the formation of the United Nations. The scroll unfurled before them, revealing intricate illustrations of delegates from around the world, diverse faces unified in purpose. The students absorbed the words describing the establishment of a platform for dialogue and collaboration. This was a monumental shift, Lyra explained, her voice echoing in the room. In the wake of destruction, humanity sought a way to prevent future conflicts through diplomacy. As they delved deeper into the archives, the students uncovered stories of grassroots movements that sparked change. One holographic display showcased a series of protests throughout history, where humans rallied for civil rights, environmental justice, and equality. The students watched in awe as footage of passionate individuals standing up against oppression filled the room. They saw the struggle of activists fighting for the rights of marginalized groups, illustrating humanity's capacity for empathy and solidarity. What drives them to fight for justice? One student wondered aloud, clearly moved by the footage. Lyra smiled, pleased with the depth of the question. A profound sense of injustice often compels them to act. It is a reflection of their awareness and desire to create a better world. As they continued their exploration, they stumbled upon a collection of letters exchanged during times of war. These letters revealed the vulnerabilities and hopes of soldiers and civilians alike, offering glimpses into their struggles. The students were struck by the poignant words, as families expressed love and longing amidst the horrors of conflict. A hush fell over the room as they realized that even in the darkest times, humanity's spirit shone through. Then, amidst the artifacts, they discovered a hidden section dedicated to peace treaties and negotiations that had shaped human history. Lyra highlighted pivotal moments when enemies had come together to forge agreements, transforming their relationship from adversaries to allies. The students recognized that these moments, though often overshadowed by violence, were crucial in shaping humanity's trajectory toward understanding and cooperation. As the session progressed, the students engaged in heated discussions about the nature of humanity. They debated the merits of the Galactic Council's ban, weighing the evidence of humanity's struggle for peace against their historical propensity for conflict. The realization struck them that the true essence of humanity was not defined by its darkest moments, but rather by its relentless pursuit of improvement and connection. In the closing moments of their research session, Lyra posed another critical question. What if the key to their evolution lies in our willingness to guide them, rather than isolating them? The room filled with contemplation, and the students began to envision a future where they could play a role in fostering understanding between species. With this newfound awareness, the students felt an invigorating sense of purpose. They were not merely studying humanity, they were witnessing a narrative of resilience, compassion, and the potential for growth. As they prepared to leave the facility, the weight of their mission settled upon them, to advocate for humanity's inclusion in the galactic community, believing that through support and guidance, the cycle of conflict could be broken. This was a truth they were now ready to share, one that could change the course of intergalactic relations forever. With the revelations from their field trip and the discoveries in the archives fresh in their minds, the students of the Galactic Academy gathered in a conference room, their excitement palpable. They had made a promise to each other. They would advocate for humanity, pressing the Galactic Council to reconsider its ban on human involvement in galactic affairs. As they settled into their seats, Professor Lyra entered, a look of determination on her face. "Today is crucial," she began, her voice steady. "You will present your findings to the Galactic Council. This is your opportunity to advocate for humanity, to illustrate that they are more than their past mistakes." The students nodded, their hearts racing at the thought of speaking before the council, a body that wielded immense power over intergalactic relations. After reviewing their presentations, the students began to formulate a plan. Each member would focus on different aspects of what they had learned: the historical context of humanity's conflicts, the powerful movements for peace, and the personal stories that revealed the spirit of cooperation within human society. They knew they needed a compelling narrative to persuade the council. As they rehearsed their arguments, the room buzzed with a mix of anxiety and determination. Each student reflected on their journey, the transformation from viewing humans as reckless to recognizing their capacity for growth. The time came for them to take the stage, and they moved with purpose toward the council chamber, a majestic hall adorned with symbols of unity and peace. Upon entering, they were met with the imposing figures of the Galactic Council, each member seated in an ornate chair, their expressions a blend of curiosity and skepticism. The students took a deep breath and began their presentation, weaving together the stories they had gathered, interspersed with their own reflections. The first student spoke passionately about the historical events that had led to the council's decision. They presented a timeline of humanity's struggles, highlighting the evolution from conflict to cooperation. They stressed that humanity's dark moments were not representative of their true potential. As they shared footage from the protests and peace movements, the council members shifted in their seats, intrigued by the evidence laid before them. Another student took the floor, focusing on the stories they had uncovered, tales of love, resilience, and the desire for connection that transcended borders. They emphasized the letters exchanged during wars, revealing the humanity behind the headlines. The room grew quiet as their words resonated, sparking emotions within the council. Finally, the students presented their bold proposal: a trial program where humans could engage in diplomatic efforts under strict supervision. They argued that allowing humans to participate in the galactic community would not only benefit them, but also enrich the galaxy as a whole. The students believed that through guidance and cooperation, humanity could learn to navigate their complexities and contribute positively. As the presentation concluded, the council members exchanged glances, deliberating the weight of the students' arguments. The silence that followed felt heavy with anticipation. One of the senior counselors, a wise and venerable figure, finally broke the silence. "You present compelling evidence of humanity's potential. However, the scars of their history run deep. How can we be assured that granting them this opportunity will not lead to further conflict?" In that moment, a student stepped forward, their voice unwavering. "We believe that change begins with understanding. By offering humanity a chance, we'd open the door to dialogue and collaboration. They can learn from their past, and with our support, they may rise to become leaders of peace rather than instruments of war." The counselor nodded thoughtfully, considering the weight of their proposal. The atmosphere in the chamber shifted as the other members began to murmur amongst themselves, weighing the possibilities. After what felt like an eternity, the counselor addressed the students. "Your passion and conviction are commendable. We shall convene to discuss your proposal. Know that you have ignited a conversation that may change the course of galactic history." As the students left the chamber, a sense of hope enveloped them. They had dared to challenge the status quo, and in doing so, had opened a path for humanity that had long been closed. United in purpose, they were determined to see their vision realized, believing that with understanding and support, humanity could indeed transform, bringing with them the promise of a brighter future for the galaxy.